welcome back. Okay, so today we're going to be discussing what I would like to call a hot topic. The reason I'm calling it a hot topic is because in my comment section there has been so many opinions about this particular topic. There's been a lot going on, let's just say that, a lot going on. Okay, so today we're going to be talking about property prices in Ghana, okay? Now, I know that this is going to be quite controversial, so I know a lot of people will say that what I'm saying is nonsense, and some of you may perhaps agree with me, but I feel like it's a really good idea to do this, talk about this particular topic, because it's definitely a hot one. It's definitely one that seems to rile people up. I'm not sure why, but it does. But it's okay. But this conversation is going to be like a bit two-way, if that's okay. I know this is a video, but it's going to kind of like be two-way, okay? Because even though I'm going to say what I'm going to say, I still want you guys to also interact as well. So you can definitely drop me comments in the comment section below and let me know your opinion or what you think, or, you know, just tell me your thoughts, okay? So let's make this as interactive as possible. Is that fair, right? Okay, so a few videos back, I think it was probably last month, I did a video on a house in East Legon that was going for $480,000. Now, when I put out that video, in my mind, I believe that the house was a fair price because of, number one, the location. The location is what everybody strives to get. It's a premium piece of location. So it's almost like if you lived in the UK and you had a house or something in Mayfair. It's kind of like that equivalent, okay? So it's very, very affluent area. Now, the house is $480,000. So bear in mind that land in East Legon can go for maybe $200,000, maybe even $250,000, depending. And so the house on top of that, once you buy the land, say the land was $200,000. So you're essentially buying the house for, say, $280,000, okay, making it $480,000, which I think is a pretty fair price, okay? Now, lots of you in the comment section were like, that's crazy, this is not fair, you know, people are just calling any price that they want to call, and we are from the diaspora, we're expected to pay these crazy prices, which, yes, I do understand you wholeheartedly. I'm not gonna say that it's cheap. I'm not saying it's cheap, believe me, it's not cheap, but for the area that it is, I believe that it's a fair price. And I know some of you said that, oh, I could build 2 houses for that, I could do this, I could do that. It doesn't have a swimming pool, it doesn't have, I don't know, a gym, it doesn't have whatever. Yes, okay. So I will be honest with you, yes, it doesn't have a swimming pool, but it does have lots of outside space. And now the reason I'm talking about this specific house is because this is where a lot of the comments came from, okay? But I'm not speaking just about this house. I'm speaking about property prices in general, okay? I'm just using this house as an example, okay? So now, I know people that have looked for land around here recently, and the land prices are definitely in the region of $200,000. So you just think about buying a piece of land that has nothing on it. It's just bare ground. Now you're going to build a house. Can you now build a house on top of that $200,000? For $280,000, you probably could. You could, right? Which makes the house price that was listed kind of reasonable, okay? Ghana is soaring when it comes to property right now, okay? And let me just say this, right? Ghana is not waiting for anyone. It's not waiting for anybody. It's not waiting for you. It's not waiting for me. It's not waiting for anybody. It is developing at a rapid speed. And honestly speaking, I've said it so many times, if you don't get in now, you will not get in. I can tell you, within the last 2 years, property prices have just shot up everywhere, okay? So if you want to have like a cheaper house, if you feel like you want to get a story building and you don't want to pay more than $150,000, then you have to go further out, because there's no way in this world right now that you're going to get a house in East Legon or Cantonment or anywhere like that for $150,000 unless the person is mad, okay? It's just not going to happen, okay? Let's just be real, it's just not going to happen, okay? Unless maybe, I don't know, by some stroke of luck from God that, you know, everything lines up in your favor and you manage to get a steal of a deal, I don't know. But, you know, it's just not going to happen. So if you want a house for that kind of region, then you need to think about going out. And definitely, if you go out, you will find those kinds of prices. But you need to think about how realistic that is for you. Can you live that far out? You know, what if you go that far out and, you know, internet is not stable there? Can you continue to do your work? Can you continue to do what you need to do? if you can't get quick access to the supermarkets and stuff like that, the areas that are central command a certain price for a reason, okay? And, you know, there is no control here, I'll admit. So sometimes you do find things that are crazy, like someone selling, you know, I don't know, like a 2-bedroom house for $1 million. You do come across crazy things like that. And I'm not saying it's not crazy. It is crazy, okay? But in general, overall, Ghana is expensive, okay? And it's not going to get any cheaper. As I said, Ghana's not waiting for you. It's not going to get any cheaper for you. So if you think, oh, I'll wait 2 years before I come and buy a house or whatever, it's just going to get more expensive. Even if you're building, it's exactly the same principle. It does not change, believe me. The price is just going to go higher and higher and higher. And I can tell you that that house that was 480, come back in like maybe even just 2 years time, and I bet you any money it's not 480 anymore. Did I say 280? I meant 480, okay. It's not going to be 480 anymore. It's going to be more than that, just because of how quickly things are going on, you know, going up. And it's, you know, it's all well and good saying, oh, well, people shouldn't be selling their houses for that price. But that's the price that it's going for, and there's nothing you can do about it. It's exactly the same principle as me going to the store and complaining about butter. There's nothing I can do about it. Do you want the butter or you don't want the butter? Sorry to be as harsh as that, but I'm not trying to be harsh. But it is literally like that. Do you want it or you don't want it? Because if you don't want it, someone else is going to buy it and you're going to just be left. So it's like that. But anyway, I had a really good conversation with Wode Maya about this exact same conversation. And this is what he had to say. Recently, we were talking just off camera. I did a video on a house in East Legon, and all the comments, one after the other, was like, that house is too expensive, it's too expensive, it's too expensive. Yeah. Which, okay, fine, it may be expensive, but that's what is demanded right now.
Yeah, I feel like people don't understand how housing works in Ghana.
Yes.
There is nothing like a regulatory that regulates the prices of houses in Ghana.
Yeah.
People just wake up, build their own houses and put their own price on it.
Yeah.
And there's nothing that you can do.
Yeah.
People that will buy, they will come and buy. I think recently the president said, stop building houses for $500,000. But the president himself has no control over these things, right? Where we're sitting right now, listen, I'm even trying to convince the land to sell the whole house and the land to me so that I can break down this house and then build a new house. You know, because where we are, you know, people no longer buy houses anymore. Yeah. They buy locations.
Exactly, exactly.
In Ghana, people don't buy houses. They buy locations. So like
true.
Where we are, the land alone, the least you can buy land here is $200,000.
Yeah, yeah.
The least, like where we are.
Yeah,
that's per plot, 70 by 80.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. So who should buy a land for $200,000, build on it, and sell it for $250,000?
No one. No one will. You can't. Yeah, it's not possible.
So if you don't understand, you don't understand, because I think I've seen those videos where when you do a video and somebody tells, I can build 2 of these houses with this amount of money. Yeah. No, you can only build that if you build in Choco, you know.
Yeah. Out there somewhere.
Out there somewhere in the woods. Because when even East Legon Hills, I don't know, it has nothing to do with East Legon. Yeah. But to buy land there is like $40,000 to $60,000.
I can't afford it. Yeah. Yeah.
It's crazy. Yeah. And that's what I think your audience needs to understand. It's not your fault, it's not the person's fault, but there is no system that regulates land prices, houses prices in Ghana. That's it.
So would you say if someone's coming to Ghana and they want to kind of build something or have some type of home or something like that, and they see a house, it's nice and it's going for 400,000, I guess maybe they can afford it. Would you say go for it?
If you have the money and it fits what you're looking for, why not? Yeah. Listen, I mean, $400,000, you can build, let's say, 4 homes. Yeah. Outskirts of Accra. Yeah. But if you really want to leave the place that you want to live, and they are selling it to you for that price, and if you have the money, buy it. Yeah. And it will only go up, right? Thank you.
I've seen prices go like this.
No, it goes high. It goes high.
Like, you'll cry that you didn't buy it.
My friend bought a land that I bought from him. The land he bought it for $800 in 2017. Yeah. Fast forward, when I met him to buy the land was $40,000. And listen, even the $40,000 they were selling, when I got there, it was in the forest. I'm like, I'm not gonna buy land for $40,000 in the forest. Yeah. And at the end of the day, I just felt like, you know what?
It's worth it.
Let me just get it.
Yeah.
So I got the plots, like 2 of them, and I left.
Yeah.
In 3 months' time, I think I was in Nigeria. When I returned back, everyone was building in that area, and it was just my land that no one was building on.
Yeah. Yeah.
So things change. That's what I'm telling
So
you. Like,
fast. Yeah.
you got to do land banking, especially when you're living in the diaspora, and then you feel like, okay, you have this amount of money, you want to invest.
Yeah.
Invest in land, but make sure you do your diligence and all of that before you go for it. Man. That one is also a problem.
Yeah.
And I think the best way for the diaspora is to buy an estate house, like buy your house in estate. That one, no one is going to come and tell you that the land doesn't belong to you. It's very safe.
Okay. So now you've heard it from the man himself, okay? He has nothing to gain from what he's saying. And obviously he's raised in Ghana. He knows, he's seen things for himself as well. I've seen things in the 8 years that I've been here. I've seen property prices go up as well. It's not gonna get better. It's not gonna go down unless there's perhaps war or something crazy like that happens. Property prices are not going to go down. They're just going to keep going up. So in my humble opinion, I think if you can afford a property that is comfortable for you, you should definitely go for it. You know, you have to kind of weigh up the two options. So do you want to be comfortable in where you live, or do you just want to buy something that's cheaper and you don't have everything you want, but it's cheaper, it's within your budget? Fine. Or do you want to buy something more expensive and have everything that you need around you? It really is a toss-up between the two things, you know, and no one can say which one is better. That's like a personal decision for you. You have to decide what works for you, okay? But I'd say if you have the money, like Wode Maya said, if you have the money and you feel like you can comfortably do it, then why not, okay? Because I can tell you one thing, and I always say this, I really believe that Ghanaians are they have much more money than we have that are from the West, okay? They have, like, people complain that, okay, I know there are, I'm choosing my words, okay? I know there are obviously levels of poverty everywhere around the world. You know, we see it every day, day to day. You know, you see people who don't have money, and then you see someone who is incredibly affluent, has so much money, they don't even know what to do with it, right? That's all over the world. So I'm talking very generally here, so please don't pick at me when I'm saying this, okay? Now, there's affluence everywhere. So what I'm trying to say is that a lot of Ghanaians have wealth, okay? And believe me, someone can just come past like that and buy a house for $1 million and not even bat an eyelid at it, okay? There are a lot of rich Ghanaians here. They don't always make themselves known, but they have the money and they will come and they will buy. So it's just one of those things. Either you can afford it or you can't afford it. If you can't afford it, there's nothing wrong with that. You just go a little bit further out, that's it. But the longer you wait, the further out that you're having to go, okay? So 5 years from now, maybe you could have afforded a Denta, but now you can't afford a Denta anymore. You now have to go perhaps to Dodwa or something like that, because that's where the houses that you can afford are. You know, you just have to look at it. Maybe even you like Kaswa. It just depends, but you have to come and see for yourself what you can put up with, what you can tolerate. For me personally, I couldn't necessarily live in Kaswa. I would find that very difficult because it's just too busy. It's too busy for me personally. Like, there are some lovely places there, don't get me wrong, but the main part of Kaswa for me is too busy, and that would just be too much for me. I like more kind of residential areas where it's a bit quieter and stuff like that. So that's what I like. That's my opinion. That's what I like. But that's not for everybody. Some people like to be in the thick of it, in the hustle and the bustle and all of that. So perhaps areas like Kaswa, I don't know where else, these really busy that, you know, maybe you can tolerate those places. But you have to kind of know yourself. But the point of the video is just to say that property prices here, yes, they are expensive, and yes, they are going up quickly, but they're not going to stop. That is the point. They're not going to stop. Today's price is not tomorrow's price, as we've heard many times before, okay? But anyway, guys, I just thought I would share that with you because I know, like I said, it has been a bit of a hot topic. You guys were like, this house is just like, it's just a standard, nothing in it. The days of being able to buy a massive piece of land with a swimming pool, a gym, a sauna, all the things inside it, those days they don't exist anymore. If you're fortunate enough to have bought a house years and years ago, perhaps yes. But nowadays, it's just not like that anymore. People are not having to work how can I say this? People are not having to put in as much in order to sell anymore. The same example in one of my previous videos where I said that, you know, about opening a nail bar, and before it was really easy to do because you only had to have good customer service. Now you have to have so many tips and things, so many things that you're doing in order to bring people in because everybody's doing it. Like right now, property prices are so scarce in some places that you don't have to go over the top in order to get that thing to sell. That's just how it is, okay? I'm not saying I necessarily agree with it because I don't have $480,000, that's for sure. But it is what it is at the end of the day. And if you don't buy it, somebody else will. And like I said, I'm not focusing on this one property. I'm focusing on all properties, okay? So that $1 million house that you've seen, somebody will buy it, believe me, okay? But yeah, that's the end of today's video, guys. I hope you have managed to get something out of that. Please don't forget, let me know in the comments section what you think about what I've said. And just be honest. If you think I'm talking a load of rubbish, feel free to tell me in the comments. I'll be okay, I think. Please just don't insult me, okay? I don't like that one. I'm all up for critical, what do you call it? You know what I'm saying, right? Yeah, but just no insults and I'm good, right? Okay, so drop your comments in the section below. Yeah. If you haven't already subscribed, I would love it so much if you would do me a favor and hit the subscribe button for me and the notification bell. Don't forget also like, comment and share this video for me. Until next time, I am out. Nuti Fafa.